Children's Center is a nonprofit that helps children and families. We really work hard with the parents and the children to make our community stronger and better for families.
The way it works, you all got picked up from school today, right?
It started 20 years ago, and it was right here in this home, and it was an emergency shelter, serving 40 children in that first year.
The programs that the Children's Center offer not only help strengthen the families, but we support the community also. We have a home for children that are abused and neglected or in need of an out-of-home placement. We also have parenting programs, Strengthening Families, Incredible Years, Parents as Teachers, Nurturing Parenting Program, and they're all in-home programs and community programs that prevent children from having to come and live in a home.
The types of families that benefit from the Children's Center are a variety of groups of people. Some are young families who have been put in a parenting situation that they may not be comfortable with. Some are seeking resources to help them strengthen their families, and some are families who are struggling with dealing with issues with their children or with everyday life.
One thing that I want people to understand about the Children's Center is that it's made up of a staff, social workers, counselors, people that care. And it's all about the children.
I am passionate about supporting the Children's Center because in my 20-year experience with them, 15 years on their board, I have seen multiple children who have come through the doors who have been impacted by the services provided here. Whether it was the child who walked on a broken hip for a year, whether it was the children whose parent was killed in an accident, whether it was a child who opened a sandwich and said, "Look, there's something inside here," or the child who said, "I don't have to worry about being hurt anymore."
It's about the two girls that were traveling from Texas with their mom, coming through Surry County, and they had a car wreck, and mom didn't make it. There was no family. And so they ended up at the Yadkin home with us. And it's about them.
One that comes in particular is a young lady that was 16 who had never been to school, that was living in a hotel with her parents and 8 other siblings. She had never experienced school or birthday cakes, birthday parties. She had never experienced a movie at a theater, and having her come to live at the Children's Center at her most vulnerable time in her life, and then watch her have a first movie, a first birthday party, first day at school was amazing. This young lady now has left our program and is doing well, living on her own. She has a job and she is finishing her GED. So it was a really good success story to see someone come in so late in their teenage years and turn their life around immediately.
It's about being able to work with children, to see a smile on a face, to hear a thank you, to watch a child get to eat in a restaurant for the first time in their life. It's about the rewards that come from working with the children. And I think for all the staff and for all the board, that's the reason they invest their time and their efforts in the Children's Center.
The Children's Center decided to launch a capital campaign to meet the growing needs and repairs of our homes. We want our homes to be welcoming and inviting for our children, and we've outgrown our space for programs. We have a lot of staff that are having to work out of different locations, and we wanted to bring everything together so that they can provide the resources the children and community need.
The capital campaign is actually aiming for a goal of $1.8 million. We expect to allocate $300,000 of that to improving programming and to expanding our counseling services. A portion of the other $1.5 million will be used to renovate the 2 residential homes, and the remainder will be used for the expansion of the Adam L. Marion Resource Center.
Currently, the Children's Center can serve over 1,500 families and children a year. With this maximizing our space, we could serve an additional 200 to 300 children. It would make a huge impact on our region.
I believe the Children's Center is an excellent steward of public funding. 90 cents of every dollar goes to our programming and to our children. We stretch it as far as we can. We use lots of volunteers. Our board is very active, and I think the Children's Center is one of the best public stewards of money in a nonprofit that I've seen.
People should support the Children's Center because it improves the quality of life for everyone. When you take care of your children and families in a community, your community only prospers. It will be a good and safe place for all if the Children's Center can remain and continue the good work it's doing.
You know, you could put a number on it, I think, because you're breaking the cycle of abuse, you're breaking the cycle of poverty. But I think that it's much more than that. It's the right thing to do for the communities that we serve.
I believe that children have no control over the circumstances of their birth, and that it's, whether you look at it morally, ethically, or pragmatically, that those of us who are more blessed, regardless of where we live, should have an interest in providing a hope for a better future for all of our children.